Here we are, and welcome to another edition of the Friday Night Movie Podcast. All three siblings are here because Lily came back from what feels like 3 months of vacation. Because Lily, when you talk to her, she's like, I went on vacation with Becky's family, and then I never get to go on vacation with my family. She says she always says I never get to go on vacation with them.
Her vacation was like if you
visitors for 4 months. I had to leave the country and turn off my phone.
For an American over 5 years, that's how long one of Lily's vacations was.
I don't think you can count Becky as visitors anymore. She doesn't stay with you. She has her own schedule.
I have my own schedule. I just use all your babysitters and house cleaner and food and facilities and rides. And other than that, but I'm very independent.
I feel like I'm dressed like mom today, by the way. I'm wearing the purple Friday Night Movie hat.
I was going to say the same thing.
A light-colored sweatshirt.
And you were like, do you like my hat? And I was like, well, you look like Fanya, but yeah. And it's a yes.
I'm feeling the Fanya vibe.
Since we're talking about your hat.
By coming to the podcast, like looking cute and wearing makeup, I thought I looked fine. But now I realize I look like death.
Well, I'm just going to say that the two of you are just jealous that you weren't on my vacation. So
No. It seemed like every time you were visiting me, you were getting on another boat and moving to another place.
Well,
like
your loss. It was wonderful.
I have a question. Shai, I have a question. Hypothetically, if I ordered a pinball machine that weighed somewhere in the range of 400 to 500 pounds.
Correct.
Making it unmovable. Like, just unmovable. Like, this is not a...
Like it had to be brought to your house with a forklift.
Would I or wouldn't I? What would be the better move? Should I measure my doorway to make sure it could be brought in? Or is it better to not measure it, play it, like, really fly by the seat of my pants, and then perhaps risk said 500-pound pinball machine just being left in my driveway? What's, like, the better way of playing it?
Listen here. I strongly believe that things will not... Like, people say measure twice and cut once. And I strongly believe that that's a negative way of looking at life. Things won't get done if you're sitting around measuring.
You're a real sort of hedge your bets that you're going to get it in the door one way or the other.
They're going to figure it out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out. Why waste all this time measuring and being precise?
Yes, my long-awaited pinball machine arrived. And
I mean, you planned every detail of this. Every detail, every knob, every doohickey, every color, every character, every single detail of this, you have been planning for months and months. This is a passion project, like so few passion projects I have seen you take on. And yet, it never occurred to you to make sure it could fit in the door. Lily, if there was ever a real life pivot situation, it was this pinball.
I kind of thought that the delivery was going to include getting it into the house.
I'm sorry. When you order a couch, which is a large object that you have to pivot
or a refrigerator.
No. When you order a couch, there are services that will...
No. I'm sorry. I've ordered multiple couches in my lifetime and refrigerators. And they don't leave it on my tiny European street on the non-existent sidewalk. Okay? They have to pivot the shit out of it till they get it up to the floor that I live on.
And there are services that will also break them apart and rebuild them in your house. I've had that happen as well.
Because they don't fit through the front door.
Yeah, like if you bought a couch that doesn't fit, there are services that will like carefully take it apart.
But one argues that all of this has been established. The couch doesn't arrive to your front door. It sits outside and then you say it doesn't fit.
Let's be clear. The moving truck shows up, and I expected, like, huge dudes to move it into the house. The thing is that the very nice man who looked like Bruce Dern, right? Bruce Dern, scary actor, but not someone you'd associate with like muscles, right? Like he's like a slender old man.
Fair.
Very nice guy. His name was Roger, by the way, which I thought was cool because his dad's name.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, so you're going to move it into the house? He was like, this thing weighs 468 pounds. He's like, absolutely not. It needed a little mini forklift to move it from the moving truck to the driveway where it was left in a giant box. Like it was like the box in Indiana Jones that the Ark of the Covenant gets put away in.
Right.
So I called my brother-in-law Vlad. Now, the box looked way too big, but I was like, well, maybe there's a lot of packing materials in it. So then I called my trusty brother-in-law Vlad, who is always up for an adventure with tools, who brought his tools open.
So handy-dandy, and he brought his tools?
We had chisels. We had to use like chisels to hammer open the sides because it was like a really well-sealed box and break the top off. And then what we learned is that so modern pinball machines are the body of them are narrow enough to go through the door, no problem. But the back glass is like the size of a TV, which the door is not. And it's like a T, so you can't. There's no way. This thing weighs so much.
There's no pivoting.
There's no pivot. There's no pivot.
There's no.
So,
I'm just gonna Google other things that weigh 446 pounds, so we can just
468 pounds.
What
so,
weighs?
I think a refrigerator is a good way to describe this thing.
450. Does a refrigerator
I don't think
in
a
America
weighs
maybe
that much.
And so then Vlad and I had to
an adult tiger, a baby grand piano, a BMW R125. R100 1250 GS, whatever that motorcycle. Sorry, BMW motorcycle. A vending machine weighs something in that range.
Yeah. So although
I just want to say, like, we make
and sorry, a blacksmith's anvil, which you can't do one. Then
we make fun of our mother a lot on this podcast. We really, really do. And we
use the expression "pulling a fanya."
Pulling a fanya. So I would just like to be very clear for all the pulling the fanyas out there. This is an official pulling a Shai.
100%.
This is like
100%
pulling a Shai.
How did you describe it? Measure none.
Oh no! Yeah, no. My motto is: people say measure twice,
cut once.
Cut once, and I say cut twice, measure nonce.
Yeah.
Otherwise. You'll never live your dreams.
Just move to a different house so your pinball machine fits in.
So then Vlad and I, with a combination of wrenches, screws, scissors, wire diagrams, had to disconnect the top of the cabinet, like the from the top.
Like, imagine having to disconnect your refrigerator to get it in your house, and then you have to build it again.
It was like Apollo 13, but also in my driveway. So also neighbors coming by, chit-chatting.
The neighborhood.
So we successfully disassemble and we bring one part in. So now it's not 460 pounds, but that one part was maybe 100 pounds. So it's still like 368 pounds and massive. And Vlad and I tried to lift it and we couldn't. So then I hired two lovely men. Actually, first I just want a PSA. TaskRabbit owns a specialty delivery service called Dolly Task, and I tried to order through them first. They said I was booked, and then no one showed up. So never use Dolly. It sucks. So then I jumped in and did TaskRabbit, and these two lovely dudes.
Wait, sorry. Before you go down to how it got into the house, I just need to make I'll put a little pin in this for a second. Becky, you texted me this update of what was happening, but I had already known. Why did I know? I get a phone call around, I want to say 10 p.m. my time.
That's true. I was waiting for the TaskRabbit guys.
So I get a phone call, and I'm on the toilet. I'm doing a pee-pee on the toilet in my bathroom. I look at my phone, and I say, it's Shai. I could wait till I finish, but I don't want to miss his call. So I answer the phone call. And it's Shai calling me, sitting in front of a porta potty.
That is true. I was sitting in front of a porta potty.
He's just sitting on a lawn. Because there's also a renovation happening. So he's on his lawn. And he's just sitting there, and I was like, whatever the story is here, I'm glad I answered. I was like, hang on, let me flush. I'm glad I did not miss this call. Go on. And Shai was like, well, look at my pinball machine. And Vlad tried to help me move it.
So I was sitting outside babysitting it because now
Yes.
it's out just in the elements.
Babysitting. I love the text I got from Vlad. I texted him.
I just want to say, also, wait, my poor kids. I could see my older daughter, right, who just started high school, walking home, and like there are other kids from her school walking, and in the driveway, right, there's no way to avoid it. In the driveway,
She didn't know you.
is her father, her uncle, and my niece.
And like the equivalent of the size of a tiger.
And it's not subtle either. It's like very decorated. It's not like you could confuse it for something else.
Right. I love the text I got from Vlad around the time those gentlemen, the gentleman showed up to help you move it. I said,
Lovely
hey,
man.
how's it going? What's the update? You still there? And he goes, we did as much as we could. The real men have to now finish the job.
That is true. These are real men. They are immigrants from Afghanistan. God bless them. Strong men. One guy, Ahmed, he was kind of like the boss. And then the other guy, whose name escapes me right now because Ahmed just called him, that is my bulldozer. That's what he said. And
You sent a picture. Neither one looked like particularly large men.
No, there's a lot of muscle packed into
Very strong.
very small packages.
It's really
And they were lovely. They were awesome. I was happy to
Are they
pay them for
okay?
their time.
That is a large
hurt
machine.
No, they seemed fine afterwards. They were great. They brought a strappy thing. They didn't lift it
like
with their arms.
Like the
They,
movers, when movers.
Yeah, they strapped it to their
Like
guts and-
on your list of like nightmare jobs, mine is lifting heavy things. That's
No,
like
yeah, I mean, our family's bodies are not
But
made
like
for that.
they're also like Americans are so stupid. Like
No, they were awesome. They were like, "Oh, when you set this up, can we come back and play?" And I was like,
that's
"Yes,
so cute.
100%." No, they were lovely. It was, you know what? Again, sometimes you got to live your life with the I'm not going to measure, because if I measure and I overthink this,
you don't want to be
wouldn't be able to
discouraged.
buy it. You'd have to
I'm gonna tell
renovate
you
your
right
home.
now,
Break
I'm
down
But
your door.
home
the
renovation
sight of
a
me,
lot of those choices.
the sight of me sitting in my driveway in front of a pinball machine for 2 hours waiting for people
Hey,
to
I
arrive.
chatted on the phone for at least like an hour of those 2
Yeah.
hours.
I think one of my all-time
worth it.
favorite text exchange with the two of you is discussing pulling a Shai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully accept that this is
that's tasty.
absolutely a Shai. Think of some other great Shai
and your
moments
wife
in
is
your
like
life.
changing her name.
Again,
and
the
moving
famous
neighborhoods.
KFC chicken wings night. You
Oh no, yeah,
My
KFC chicken wings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
that's
of the greatest nights ever. When Shai bought 80 chicken wings, 60 chicken wings.
hot
Give
wings.
it
Hot
to
wings to be
her. Hot wings.
precise.
That's like, this is what happens when Shai Corman gets a driver's license.
That is true. So, Lily, you have returned to mom and dad. Mom just called me the other night in the middle of the night to chit chat. It was great. It was like 11 o'clock your time. And
I
she
do
just-
love Vacation Mom. I get calls from her at all times of the day. Just
Yeah,
for me to
she
chit
just-
chat. And then she just goes, "Oh, I'm so tired," and falls asleep in the middle of the call. She's so jet lagged.
No,
This
the poor dad's
morning-
been traveling with mom. He's so tired he couldn't turn around. He was walking towards bed. I was like, "Hey, good night, Dad," and he was like, "I'm going to sleep." He's like, "She's distracted. I can get to bed."
I caught her today at around midday, and she's like, "God, I'm so tired." And I'm like, "Why?" And she was like, "I've done so much running around today. I've gone to your house 3 times." And I think like there's a lot of back and forth here, as Becky knows, because it's pretty small, but you end up doing a lot of mileage. And so it's good for mom. It's kind of like a giant hamster wheel for her, Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
She can
So
just
good
kind of
for her.
like bop,
Alright.
bip, bop around.
All right,
I'm very
let's
excited.
discuss. This is a movie and television podcast. We all finished Department Q. I want to give a shout out to Josh Crew, although I was recommended by many people, so I can't give him a full "I told you" show. I can just say that credit for Josh.
Didn't Becky
He said this
recommend
show
it
was
to us?
awesome.
Becky recommended it to
I
me.
also recommended it, but I have to tell you, I got to watch one episode with Mom and Dad when we were all in Tenerife together.
Had they already seen the whole show?
Yeah,
already
of
seen the whole
course,
show,
obviously.
And I loved watching this show so much with Dad. I might wait when season 2 comes out to just watch it with him, because whereas like the humor is dry and it's funny, but I don't laugh out loud, he is cackling the whole way through and makes it
Dad
so
loves
exciting to watch.
A British.
It
This
is
is
a
not
show.
a comedy. This is a British
But
murder show.
among my many compliments to this show, and I have many compliments to this show, and let me just start off with, so it's a mystery show, a cop sort of mystery show on Department Q, kind of in the spirit of Broadchurch, but less dark than Broadchurch,
Yeah.
less depressing than Broadchurch. It's a little more uplifting. There's a little bit more of a like, oh, I can't, Matthew Good, who is just incredible in this show, is so great. He's coming back from a horrible tragedy, and he's got to solve a cold case. That's the story. It's got a little Silence of the Lambs elements to it. A little bit of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, actually. Reminded me a little bit of Girl with the
For
Dragon
the
Tattoo.
record, you guys gave me such shit when I thought it was starring Ben Winshaw. But
I don't even know who that is.
look up a picture of Ben Winshaw and Matthew
I
Good
don't think
side by
that's who
side.
you
They
said.
virtually look like
We
the
need
same
to go
person.
back to the tapes. I don't think you said Ben.
You didn't
I
say
think
Ben Winshaw.
I
No,
think
Becky's
you were like
now
Andrew
mixing Ben
Garfield
Winshaw
with somebody else. I think you
Yeah.
were like it's Andrew
Nope.
Garfield.
No,
Or
which
some-
also
No,
very
no.
much in the same wheelhouse of looks. So even if I did say Andrew Garfield, I'm not far off. I would really like an
Either
apology
way.
for that. They look
For,
very.
Becky is now messing it up with a third person.
Becky
which is
has
amazing.
You know what? And there's
blindness
probably
for
a fourth
actors
in there
only.
that also looks like them.
So Matthew Good,
probably-
incredible in this. It's very dramatic at first, but actually, as you get more familiar with the characters, I would say in the second half of the season, it is quite funny, and I found it like the dry humor in it to be great as the rapport between the characters really starts to develop. I really liked it. I think that the overall mystery and the reveal at the end was good. It's a little bit confusing at the end.
And like a bit episode, like what are those serial, like a bit ending of like a CSI or one of those. Like it kind of, right? Don't you like?
Yeah, like
The best part of the show is not the actual solving of the crime.
Yeah,
the
I
end
predicted.
of the
I
season.
generally got the contours of where it was going. There's a few like extra twists that I didn't fully understand. My biggest issue, so I have no issues with the show in the sense that this is a buy. Everyone should watch it. It's very cool. They already got a second season. This is like, it's sort of like it's got Girl with the Dragon Tattoo vibes. It's got Sherlock vibes.
I recommend not looking at the IMDb though, because there's a huge spoiler in the IMDb of the cast.
Yeah,
So don't people shouldn't look at the IMDb.
Yeah, don't just. Well, also nobody knows who. any of these people
Spoiler.
are. They should
I
just
can tell
watch
you
it.
after if we're
Ryan
not doing
McDonald?
spoilers.
Yeah. No, just don't spoil it because I think this is one for. But I will say there is a scene at the end where a character confronts the villain. He knows that the villain.
Oh, I know how.
He
Yeah,
knows that the
Yeah.
villain is super violent and dangerous and like horrific, and chooses to turn his back to the villain and lecture the villain about how he's going to turn him in for what is like the longest monologue ever.
like 2.5 minutes.
And I'm just like, how is this guy?
Might this not be a good idea?
How is this guy this
How
dumb?
might we confront?
And the
Bill
thing is that they
Bill
could have
Clinton?
done that scene any other way. It could have
There are other ways for
to have
for-
it went down that way.
it was like a
for
shortcut. It felt like a shortcut.
But also they could have had the same result a different way, and it wasn't a shortcut. I feel like it was a choice for
I
some
don't know.
reason.
So
but
that
it
was my
didn't- it's
only
fine.
critique was that moment as we're like rushing to the
Like, a
end
couple of
and this.
smaller things that you're like, but like little things.
But can I say that what I enjoy about the show, and I'm only on season 2 of Slow Horses, so I don't know if this is comparable. Becky, you would know because you've seen more of it. But I do appreciate that there's an overarching mystery that we have to solve that's not solved in the first season.
Yes, and
Like
that,
the original crime of Matthew, like what happened to Matthew Good, that we come into the
and
season
that's
with.
great because it
That's
also it's
really
like it
peeling
webs
the
out
onion.
to so many
It
people.
definitely is like a Slow Horses vibe in that, like the ragtag team of detectives. That
Oh yeah,
together.
Right.
Except that like
They're excellent. Yeah.
these are excellent characters, excellent detectives. It makes them so interesting to watch. There's like a lot of the people on the Slow Horses team.
Well, they've been banished to the.
which is like they've been banished for a reason because they're either incredibly dumb or incredibly annoying. And you're like,
or
that makes
incapable
sense.
or compromised or whatever.
Right, like no one wants to work with you.
Right. But in this, I do like that there's like a bigger mystery that we're going to have to solve. And it's not just the one crime of the department.
It's not a
good shows like Bosch had
Right.
had two of those.
Right.
Yeah,
Bosch is so good.
Bosch had two of those, and the Mentalist, which is one of my favorite shows ever, had it until like season 5 or 6, and then it wraps it up, and then it once that overarching thing was gone, it was fun to have an extra season, but at that point I would have just taken like movies, like a 2-hour special.
Another thing that I'm excited about is that you're meeting each of the detectives on the team throughout the season, but with Matthew Good, who's the main character, he's the anchor of the show, you're getting a lot more insight into his world, his roommate, his kid, his therapist. Like you're meeting his world of people.
His roommate's hair is
His roommate's great.
hilarious.
The roommate's fantastic, but they're also teasing out that each of the detectives will have their own
Backstory.
circle of people and backstory that we're going to want to learn about, especially the young woman on the team.
Rose, she's great.
Akram, is that his name?
Akram is an amazing
Backstory.
character.
So you're going to...
Rose Dixon.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah,
So
she's great.
So thumbs up. Loved
And
it.
it's nominated for Emmys, but I don't know what it's nominated for.
So well cast. It's so, that's like a real... I think the casting on that is just real bullseye. Like it makes the show so great.
Terrific. Okay. I'll just say that, Lily, I last night started, Becky too, because you're watching this also. I started episode 5 of Alien Earth last night, and I was watching it before I went to bed, and I told Allie, I'm like, I have to turn this off. It's scaring me.
No way.
Episode 5,
4 was like so chill.
Oh, episode 4 was a real snooze. But
Does it get better after episode 1?
Oh, I loved episode 1.
But episode 5 is now going back and telling the story of what happened on the ship from the beginning. Which I didn't realize
Which
they
is
were going to
basically
do.
like an alien movie.
Yes, only with the lab, and I was like, ooh.
That character is so crazy.
It's really... Episode 5 is like...
I can't wait to watch it.
I'm halfway through it, but episode 5 is like a cool movie on its own. So
maybe
I want to watch it tonight.
Go back and watch more.
Yeah.
I saw over the weekend, I don't think we talked about this, I took my girls to see Freakier Friday, which we had a blast. Lindsay Lohan is so wonderful in it. I think she looks fantastic. Like she looks like she's aged. She looks like an adult. She's so funny in it. She's so great. And you remember like, oh yeah, the heyday of Lindsay Lohan when she was this like young rising star. It's so nice to see her back in a comedy. And she and Jamie Lee Curtis are such a great tag team. They are so funny together. We laughed, we cried, we listened to the soundtrack. My girls and I had an absolute blast seeing it, and I didn't realize Manny Jacinto is in it.
Oh yeah,
excited
about that.
He's so handsome. Is he British? Is he secretly British?
I don't
He's
think so.
Secretly British.
Because I have to say,
smoldering in it.
Oh my God! He played a sexy Sith earlier this year on Star Wars: The Acolyte.
Oh my God, that can't be a real show. You just made that up. No one's ever heard of that. He's born in the Philippines.
Yeah, he was very smoldery.
So he's not. I guess he's American, but
what was also great about it was that it just shows how much range he has.
Yes.
Because here he's playing like a debonair, almost James Bond,
Yeah, that was a fun surprise. I thought it was really
but also, let's talk about Oscar winner Jamie Lee Curtis. And how, like, that's a good movie with good actors. And then you have Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and
she was amazing in the first one.
Level up. Amazing in every aspect of it. So funny.
But it
The
also-
timing is amazing.
Well, what's so fun about it is, like, Jamie Lee Curtis is clearly having so much fun in this movie. Like, she is having a blast putting on the ridiculous costumes and acting like a
I mean,
teenager.
she's leading her best life.
Yeah,
right now,
and she
living
is,
it.
and she's a joy to watch because she's having so. And that's what you want to go to the movie, and this is the movie you want to see with your kids, and you're just having fun for a couple hours, and she brings that energy.
Yeah, that's really great. Okay, then I'll just add. I had a wonderful long weekend watching old classic movies, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. I'm just going to talk about the last one I watched, which was Kurosawa's High and Low, because Spike Lee has a new movie out with Denzel Washington called Highest to Lowest, which is his remake of this movie, his take, which is supposedly very good. But in watching this movie High and Low, which is amazing, I then uncovered very quickly how Parasite draws a little bit from this movie as well. Anyways, very cool. High and Low. It's a mystery.
Cool.
It's about a kidnapping, but it's also about class. And so anyone who's interested in a 2-hour black and white Japanese masterpiece, High and Low, very cool. It's on HBO Max right now. I watched it so that I can compare it with the Spike Lee movie. Anyone have anything else they're recommending?
No, Shai, you would not approve of the fact that on my lovely vacation with my family, I watched very little TV. So
But you did watch Alien, which I'm very happy about.
I did
and
watch Alien, and we did a podcast on it.
I can't wait to talk about this next episode.
Okay, I'm going to watch it tonight. Did watch Alien. I'm on season 2 of Slow Horses because I was like lonely after Department Q. I needed that like British.
You're so behind
British
in
mystery.
Slow Horses. I don't know how you're watching slowly.
It's like my filler when I don't have a show. But plus, Department Q got me into it. Wait, and we watched Elio. My kids loved it. I didn't really understand it, but my kids loved it.
Did you like it? But I feel like kids like a lot of stuff.
Well, the aliens. Kids like a lot of stuff with aliens. I mean, it's no Lilo and Stitch, the live action. I'll tell you that.
How amazing.
That was so good.
With Billy Magnuson? Oh, he's so funny.
It was so good.
So
but it was, my kids loved it. So, you know, it's sweet. It has a sweet.
Lilo and Stitch live action?
Did Shai not know?
I looked very shocked.
No, I want to see that. I'm very excited to see
Zach
that.
Galifianakis. It is really worth a watch.
Just watch it with your nieces. It's the best.
My girls will rewatch it with you. They loved it.
But yeah, I haven't been watching too much.
That for us, that's the movie of the summer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
All right.
have a great week. Love you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Talk
Kyle.
soon.
No, just save it for next week.
What I save for next week will come
What?
up. No, nothing. I have nothing to add. I'll tell you next week. You'll just never know. You'll never get this wreck.
She won't
Bye.
remember. Write it down. Send it to the chat.
Ooh, but I do have an idea for an episode for next week that we can record. So let's close this.
All right.
Bye.
Love you. Bye, guys.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Friday Night Movie, the sibling rivalry and pop culture podcast. Join the Friday Night Movie family by following @FryNightMovie on all of the socials and visiting our website, FryNightMovie.com. Our theme song is by What Does It Eat? And make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.